Hey guys, Dory, Lisa, Gemma. I don't know what happened with that other stream. It just wouldn't start. It was weird. Weird. How are you guys? Weekend's here. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I get to sleep in tomorrow. Not that I ever sleep in because I never do. I'm just one of those people that like is a morning person. How are you guys? Are you guys anybody doing anything special this weekend? Hope so. I don't know what happened with that other stream. It just wouldn't start, wouldn't start, wouldn't start. I thought I'm just going to end it and just start another stream because it was pissing me off. Lisa, wait, Lisa, I have to give you a wrench because you're always in here. I'm giving people that come in here like on a regular basis a wrench. That way, nobody can mess with you and like, yeah. I know, like, I tried this before, giving everybody a wrench, and it kind of like bit me in the butt because what happened was someone went back in a lot of my lives and blocked people that weren't supposed to be blocked. So I had to turn around and take everybody's wrench away. But yeah, I like everybody to feel special. Hey, Colt, how you doing? I know, I don't. How you doing? So how is everybody today? I'm like in a really good mood. I don't know why, but I am. Uh, oh, Carol. Hi, Carol. Carol's got a wrench. I'm doing nothing this weekend. Yeah. I'm probably not going to do like a whole lot. It's just like, hey, Angie, my girl, Angie. How you doing, Angie? How's everything been with you? Oh, Angie's another one. Angie's my girl too. Um, I'm probably not going to do a lot anyways, but um, I don't know. It's just like something about the weekend makes it exciting for some reason. Remember when you were like in school or whatever, you couldn't wait till Friday because it was weekend. Plus, I have a therapist appointment today, so I'm not looking forward to that because my therapist, I mean, I love him and everything, but he's he'll put you to sleep. You know what I mean? Like he will put you to sleep because it's like he never knows what to say to me. I mean, he's really, really nice and he's really kind and I love him, but he never knows what to say to me. I think he gets uncomfortable with me. I don't know. That's just me. I was way more comfortable with my female one that I had, even though she was really young. But she just like, we talked about like all kinds of stuff. Every day is the same. Dory. That's not true. I'm like, I stripped my bed this morning really early because I'm like, hey, Jackpot, how are you doing? Raining in Minnesota. It's warm here and it's already hot. Like you could tell it's going to be like humid today. Because I went outside earlier to throw some stuff in the recycle. Hey, vegan, thank you. You guys, if you haven't subbed to vegan, go over and sub to his channel because he's like, oh, Angie, you don't need to do that, sweetie. You don't. And I tell people this all the time. Just you guys coming in here and interacting with each other, it makes me like feel good that, you know, that you feel like you have a safe place to go. Yeah, if you haven't subbed to Vegan Realist, he has a channel where they talk on a variety of subjects. He has people, I think he's on D Live too. But I have the link for his channel in here. And if you guys haven't subbed to him, just go over and check out his channel. I love listening to people from the UK talk. That's just me. Um, go get coffee. Oh, you're so sweet. I appreciate that. I really do. But you guys do not feel like you have to ever super chat me or, give me anything because I just enjoy coming in here in the morning. You guys make my day, to be honest with you. Like just coming in here in the morning and seeing you guys and people telling me I'm so glad that you go live in the morning because I listen to you while I'm getting ready for work, or I listen to you on the way to work. And that makes me feel good, even if I don't have much to say. Like, yeah. Years of training, waiting for the weekend are hard to break. Yeah, that's true. I was like, yeah, I can't wait. Like, what I'm looking forward to is when our grandchildren come and spend um, the time here. Like when they're here, you will not see me, you will not see me doing lives because when they're here, we're always doing stuff with them from early because they get up early in the morning. So from early in the morning till late at night, we're always doing stuff with them. And they are coming here this summer, so I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do something. I'm not sure what. So it was my grandson's birthday the other day, and you know what's really bad? My grandson's birthday is on the same day as my husband's birthday. And of course I remember, you remember your grandkids because they're young and everything. I totally forgot my husband's birthday. Totally. I was making such a big deal about my grandson's birthday. And then I was like, oh, by the way, happy birthday. You like hearing about your ghost? Looking forward to seeing your video clip of it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, where is that? Do you want to see the one where, if I can find it again, I'll share it later, where it's sitting on my bed. I will have to like post and I did find that the other day. Um, Hang on, let me see if I can find it again. It's in Messenger somewhere. Um, I'm like so like unorganized. I will put it in my ghost. I will put in my ghost. I will put on my community page. But the video, I'll probably just send a link. Oh my gosh, I have posted so many so many things since I posted that thing. And to be honest with you, um, I mean, you know what I haven't heard though, and what I used to hear all the time, and I haven't heard it in a while, is the footsteps. Um, I used to hear the footsteps, and that was often. And it was like almost every morning I would hear footsteps upstairs, and I haven't heard them in a while. Okay, here's one. Hang on. Um, Save. And I'm going to put these two pictures on my community page right now. And I will post a link. Oops, sorry. I will post a link to, shit. I will post a link to, I'm going to post them right now, these two pictures. Um, oh, they didn't come up. Hang on. I want to post that picture because that's my granddaughter. And people do this. Like, I got to wait for a minute, but I will post it, Ale. I'm sorry. You know what? Someone told me, and I went around my house one time on a live stream, and someone told me that it was a mirror and to take down the mirror. And two people actually told me that. Take down that mirror. There's something about that mirror. And I was like, what? Um, why can't I find that picture? I'm trying to post it on my community page. They said take down that mirror and cover it. And I don't know, I have to find out how to get rid of it because I really don't know how to get rid of it. But I'm trying to find those pictures and it's not letting me. Not letting me. I guess I'm gonna have to wait till it maybe until I'm done here because it's not letting me post them right now. But I will as soon as I can post them on my community page. I just saved them. So I don't know why it's not saving for me. That's weird. Tacos! My two tacos. I love you. Bailey. Hello, Bailey. Oh, shit. Yeah, I will post those though this morning. I just saved the both of them. I don't know why they're not coming up. I think it might have been two tacos that told me to take that mirror down. Remember when I walked around the house, tacos, and you felt something? You felt something in my attic and stuff. Because I think she's a sensitive. She can sense things. Um, but since I got all those crystals and stuff, I haven't had a lot of I saw one time I saw what I think was a shadow in my room, and I actually was looking straight at it, and I wish I would have taken a picture of it because it was so clear. True about mirrors. Yeah, I've heard that about mirrors too. That mirrors can be. Yeah, and you weren't the only one, Taco. Someone else came in here that was from Australia, and she told me the same thing. Take that freaking thing down because there's something about that. Which and I don't even remember where I got it from. I believe I got it at an estate sale. So I believe I got it at an estate sale. But I can't remember. It was so many years ago. Because we used to go to estate sales all the time, and someone passes away and then the family just gets rid of stuff. That's what that used to be like our hobby. We used to do, not anymore. Oh gosh, that's right. I didn't even remember that. That's what you told me last year was that you got it at an estate sale. Yeah, we got a lot of things at estate sales. A lot of things. There's things in my china closet. The one that opens on its own. There's things in there we got at estate sales that are sitting in there. That could be like people have told me that things can attach themselves or spirits can attach themselves to things. Um, the same with smells. Like I and lately, and I don't know if this has anything paranormal, but lately I've been smelling like and I have no idea if this has got anything to do with anything, but I've been smelling like burning wood, like as if I was in the middle of the woods and there was a fire going on. You know that smell of burning wood? That's what I've been smelling lately. And it's not all the time, but it's often. It's just like a smell of burning burning wood or because and I've checked, like I've even gone so far as to check if my stove is still on, if there's something burning in the house. I know I don't smoke. My husband doesn't smoke, so it's nothing like that. But it's been so weird. And remember, I was telling you how I bitched Jen out because she keeps bringing crap in from estate sales and antique shots. I hate when she does that. Yeah, well, that's never happening. That hasn't, and we haven't done that in like a couple of years. Like we don't go to them anymore. Like we just don't. Not for any other, just you know, just because we don't. And So lately I've been smelling like wood burning. Like if I was in the middle of the forest and it was on fire and I'm smelling the wood burning. And it's such a distinct smell. And yeah, so I don't know what's that about. I don't know if, I don't know why I keep smelling this wood burning. And it's been like for about 2 weeks now, every day, especially when I go upstairs, I smell like, and I keep going downstairs because I keep smelling this like wood burning. Maybe the ghosts found my sage and they're saging my house for me. You guys all know that story, don't you? I bought sage and candles, and yeah, that was weird. And they just kind of like disappeared, like off the face of the earth. Yeah, that happened though. Honestly, I don't know why it's not. Yeah, yeah, that, and I mean, I know that's not why I'm smelling the wood burning, but it is so real. Hey, lady behaving. Good morning, my love. Bella vexed, my love. Ah, Lord. I know. It's just like it's the strong smell of wood burning, and I don't know what it is. And then it goes away. I don't smell it. But it's really prominent upstairs. And you're like, I could see like if I was smoking and there was a cigarette in the ashtray or whatever, but we neither of us smoke. And it's like I smell like wood burning. And it's very, very, it's a prominent smell. It's like weird, weird, very weird. And I don't know if that's got any paranormal, I don't know, but that's what I'm smelling. And it's been for about 2 weeks, like every day. It's really weird. It is odd. It's very odd. It, uh, and it's so like I mean, it wakes me up. I sit in my bed and I smell it and I smell it and I smell it. I'm like, what is that smell? Where is it coming from? Like there's no source. And I've always heard like even my husband that one time when he was like really skeptical about me, and I was not smoking at the time, and he called me upstairs and he goes, "Are you smoking again?" Because I'll tell you what, my husband is a bloodhound. He can sell if I smoked a cigarette down the street like 3 hours ago, he would smell it. He called me upstairs and said, "Are you smoking again?" I said, "No." And I wasn't at the time. And he goes, "I smell cigarette smoke. I smell somebody." And when you're a non-smoker, you can smell. You could be in a store and someone could walk by you and you can smell if they're a smoker or not. That's exactly what. Maybe you have someone trying to communicate with you. It could be, um, but yeah, that when that happened when he was asking me if I smoked. There was no way I was smoking, and he swore to God. He even looked for a cigarette to see if I was lying, if I really was smoking. And at that time, I wasn't. Well, after I did, but at that time, I didn't. And he was like, "I smell cigarette smoke." I think he took me a little more seriously after that. And like things would happen in the house. Like he would, oh my gosh, this used to piss me off so bad. He used to come to me and say, "Where's my screwdriver? Like, where's my Phillips screwdriver?" I would like, how the hell should I know? Well, I put it here and then it would end up somewhere else. And I would put something down and then I couldn't find it. And then it would end up somewhere else. Like that happened all the time. not so much. I try to keep track of everything because, because of the experiences we had with not, not, you know, but he used to accuse me of moving his tools around. It used to drive me crazy. He's like, "What did you do? What did you do with what did you do with this? What did you do with my pliers? What did you do with that?" And he's like, "I didn't do, why would I take your pliers? Like for real. Was I gonna pull my teeth out? Oh my God." He used to drive me crazy. But yeah. But so the wood smelling, the smoke smell, I have no idea what that is. And it's every night. Like I said, maybe they got hold of some sage and they're saging my house for me. I don't know. I'm almost afraid to have more sage in my house because I'm afraid I'm going to get some. It's going to get here and it disappear again. I still haven't found it. It's like it's like people. It's like it vanished off the face of the earth. And I know it wasn't my husband. I know for a fact it wasn't him because he didn't even know what sage was, and he wouldn't throw it away anyways because he throws nothing of my stuff away. You know what I mean? Because he knows he didn't throw my crystals away or anything like that. He just wanted to understand what they were for. Um, yeah. So black coffee worked for me. If I don't have Advil, I hope it goes away. As you know, they are so uncomfortable and awful. What's the matter? Oh, honey. Oh gosh. Take them. I get sometimes I wake up with headaches in the morning and sometimes it'll go away on its own and sometimes I'll have to take, especially if I wake up with a migraine, I'll have to take and usually that will get rid of it. But I will take no less than three ibuprofen for a headache anymore. Two doesn't do it. So three will get rid of my headache usually. I'd put several small bags in different locations, see if any disappear. Several bags. And you know what I was scared to do? Because someone said, you know what you should do is put baby powder on your kitchen floor or what, you know, upstairs, like where you hear the noise, where you hear the thing. But I'm scared. Like if I do that and I would freak out if I saw footprints. I swear to God, like hearing them, one thing, seeing footprints, that would freak me out. It really would. That would scare me. It really would. I'm sorry, Lady Behaving. Maybe we stayed up too late last night. Staying up late at night is my Achilles heel. You put sage in small bags and test the ghosts. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was a thing. I have to order some because I have no clue where my sage was that I that I bought. I have never been able to find it. It's so crazy. I mean, crazy. Gosh. Let's talk this. Don't do it unless you're used to it, comfortable with it. I don't recommend doing the baby powder thing. No, I'm not comfortable with it. Like I said, if I did the baby powder thing, I think I would freak out if I saw, hey, heaven sent. I think I would freak out if I saw footprints. I really do. Like it's one thing when my husband's around I hear like things here and there. Hey, Ben, how are you doing? Sure. You can come up and say hi. There you go, Ben, my buddy. I Used to go into Ben's way back when. There you go, Ben. Hope you're doing okay. I have to see and hear these MFers all the time randomly, and it still startles me at times, even though I'm used to it. That's like Amy from the Dead Files. She says sometimes that spirits attach themselves to her, and they because I've seen her get mad or not mad, but scared on that show. Ben, I posted the link, so if you want to come up, you're welcome to. Hi, Kevin. Prince and powder would scare the hell out of me, and I don't scare easy. It would scare the hell out of me too. I don't want to do that. Hey, Gemma, if I didn't say hi. Um, yeah, it would scare me. Even though I hear things sometimes, that doesn't really. Where the hell did he go? He was up for a minute. Um, Hearing things and that doesn't scare me so much anymore as like actually hey Richard, um, the the one shadow figure that I saw scared the bejeebies out of me. It was huge. I'm not saying like just like my size huge. It was huge, like from floor to ceiling almost. Not ceiling, probably about like 2 feet off the ceiling. It was a big black mass. And I wish I would have got a picture of it because it was just it was, you could see it. So it, it, like it was in the corner of my eye, but it blocked out my TV because my TV was playing at the time and it blocked out my whole TV. Like seriously, that one scared me. And haven't seen, like I said, I saw that little mass of black in my ceiling the other day, but it wasn't like, for some reason, it wasn't really scary. Ben, I saw you for a second, but um I tried to get you up here, but you didn't make it up. Ginger, if you want to come up, just let me know. Um, so yeah. And I know a lot of people don't believe in spirits and that, but I do. Always have. And I really seriously think that my parents have, visited me. I think that, my dad has visited me. Um, that's about it. My mom and my dad. I don't think my grandmother has, or I haven't felt that she has, which I wouldn't mind seeing my grandma because I was really close to my grandma. I miss her so much. You ever get like where you just like, you're in one of those, moods where, of course, like if you haven't lost your parents, like you just like lose because I used to call my mom. If she didn't call me on Sundays, I would call her on Sundays. Okay. Um, here you go. Yeah, so sometimes I get like, you know, I get the blues about that, thinking about my mom and my dad. Just thinking that like it's so hard to wrap your head around like, you're not going to see them again on this plane. Maybe on another plane, but not on this plane. I'm in the I didn't get to sleep until 3:30 a.m., which is usually when I wake up mood. Remy, I don't know how you stay. I don't know how you do it. I seriously don't know how you do it. I I I need my sleep. I really do. I actually have to have my sleep. If I don't have my sleep, yeah. And lately I've been getting like, I've been sleeping through. Hang on, guys. I have to. Hey, I have to mute for a second.
Oh, okay. Hey, Carl. Man, it's bright out here. You guys hear me? Gemma, can you hear me? God, man, it's already hot. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, almost 9 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, Ben, sorry, that was my granddaughter. She wanted to say I love you.
Okay.
How are
Aw.
you? How are
Pretty good, I guess. Yeah, all my sleeping hours my sleeping schedule's messed up because I'm like awake during the day and I'm sleeping at night, and it's no good, Carla. No good.
Why
My
are you
schedule's
sleeping
all messed
during the day? Why are you sleeping during the day? Is it because of the
No,
weather?
I mean, wait, I was making a joke. I'm up during the day, but I'm sleeping during
you're
the
up.
night. I've got my hours.
Oh,
You know.
well, that's good, right? That's a good
Yeah,
thing.
I guess.
So what's with the
So,
the sun tanning streams lately?
it's a social experiment.
You sit there, you're sun tanning. I go into your stream and say hello to you, and you're like way in the middle of your yard in a chair, not talking to anybody in the chat. We're just talking to each other. It's like funny.
Yeah. So you got your shots, right? Are you going to the Great White North this summer?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Miss Behaven. Um, did you have any side effects from yours?
Well, after the second one, the night of the second one, I had some chills, and I'm pretty sure I had a fever, but I didn't even bother to check. I just went to bed for 10 hours, but it wasn't. The next day is pretty good. Hey, Miss Behaven.
Hi, Ben. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
all are. We all are
You look
proud of you.
good.
Thank you.
You're
Hey,
welcome.
Jim is in chat. Jim is in chat. Jim is an angel, everybody. Someone should drop a link for her channel because everybody needs.
Angela.
Yeah, she can. Gemma, drop a link for your channel. She is an angel.
She
I
is,
love
man.
her so much.
She's working hard, bringing awareness to autism, and she's one of the good. Carla, she's one of the good ones.
Gemma's a very good one.
She is.
Love her.
She's been coming in here for several months, and I love her to death. She knows how much I love her.
She's
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Ginger Locks.
Hi.
You look good. You look like you're hot,
You
though.
look really good, Ben.
Yeah, he does.
Well,
You actually look like you put on a little bit of weight, which looks
I
good.
have.
Which is healthy. Yes.
Yeah, you look. I was gonna say you look very healthy, Ben.
Thank you. I mean, I look in the mirror, I just see the same dumb old Ben, but I guess I look kind of a little healthier. I hope I am. I've been on the wagon.
You do.
You know what it is? It's your skin. Your skin looks like you're glowing.
You're flawless.
See, Carla?
Flawless.
Yes.
That's the tanning. It's the tanning, Carla.
I know. I
It
know,
looks
but
beautiful there.
Ben, you have to remember when you go live, there's people in your chat you could say hello to.
There is? There's people
Yeah, every once in a while. Yeah, well, I went into your chat one day and Ninny was in there and I was sitting there talking to her and I was like, I've tried to say hello to him. I don't know how many times and he just is like ignoring me. So, yeah, but I am proud of you.
Tawanda. What's Tawanda? I can't. What's
Yes,
up, girl?
Tawanda. Hello, Tawanda. Good morning.
I love
Good morning,
Tawanda.
Tawanda.
I love
Friday,
Tawanda.
everybody.
Happy Friday. Yeah, TGIF.
Can I say, Carla, can I say hi to the people in chat real quick?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Hey, Val. Hey, well, I said hi to Ginger Locks, Lady Misbehaving, Gemma. Hello, Two Tacos, and Chihuahua. Hey, Remy, what's up, girl? Remy, are you still pacing every morning? Every morning? She paces. She sleeps about 3 hours a night, and then she like paces the floor for about for 10 miles.
Bailey's in here. You know Bailey Bex, right?
Hey, what's up, girl?
I love Bailey.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
And Jackpot.
Hey, Carol C. Did I get it? Hey, Lisa, 54. Big hugs. We're pretty much neighbors, me and Lisa.
Yeah, I know she's from West Virginia.
Yeah.
I've been to West Virginia a couple times, but not often.
But it's pretty cool if like you want to like vacation for like 3 days, but living here is no fun.
I hear
Why?
that. That's what I
It's not-
hear.
It's a nice place to visit.
Why
You
is
don't-
it no fun?
That you don't want to live here.
That's what I mean. From what I'm hearing about West Virginia, it's kind of like a dying state, like because of it was a base, wasn't it? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't it like pretty much coal mines and everything like that, and all that is stopped?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the state's a ghost town. It's a ghost state.
Fun.
Oh, look who's up here. Look what the cat dragged in.
Well, hey, Jackpot.
What's up?
What's
Oh.
up, Brian
Oh,
St.
what's
John?
up with you, Brian St. John?
I
All
thought
right,
I'd pop in.
Well, I'm gonna
Pop
drop
in.
off. I'm gonna drop off, guys. Love you
Yeah.
guys.
Hello, Ben. Thanks for
Bye,
coming
Ben.
up.
Yep.
Love ya.
Yeah. I thought I'd pop in and say, hey,
Are you at
It's been
work,
a
Brian?
while.
yeah, I got a short break.
Oh, that's
But,
good. I'm glad that you came up.
Yeah.
I was starting to feel like you didn't love me anymore.
Well, you know I do. I just don't
Yeah,
never
I
get a
know.
chance. I just don't never get a chance to pop
I know
up.
you're always
And-
working. I'm so
I
always
proud of
busy.
I'm proud of you getting your driver's license back. Like that is so
Well,
cool.
I got what I got was my permit, and I got my insurance paid up. I still have to take the test,
Uh-huh.
and that's okay. I'm gonna get that set up.
Nice.
So yesterday was the first time I drove legal for about 10 years. And a lot of people were saying that's a nice car, and I'm glad you got that. That was my son's car. I want to clear that up too. That's my
Uh-huh.
son's car. But it felt really good to be able to go out and take him out to eat. And
I was
drive
going to ask
around.
you, how was it? How did it feel to drive again?
It had to be awesome.
It's the same. It's no different. You know, I mean, we went up to the area where you take the test at, and with those cone things, where you gotta go up and then go back. I
Yeah.
hit those cones twice. But
Oh, really?
yeah, they'll fail you for that. But if after I get some practice, I'll be all right with that. So
I'll tell you, as a driver, the one thing I still have problems with, and I've always had problems with, even though I try my best, is parallel parking.
Oh God, I can't do that. I'm really bad at that.
Well, when you live
what
in
is
this-
it? Parallel
when I-
parking?
Yeah,
Parallel
parking.
parking.
Hmm.
Not that I
Well,
can't
like
do it. I can. I just suck at it.
Well, yeah, you know, I never did. Even when I did drive all the time, like if it was a parallel park, I would never really do that. I just would park somewhere you didn't have to back in. But
In like Philly, though, it's like, a parking spot's a dime a dozen. I mean, you can't find a parking spot. You have to go to like a parking lot and pay $12 just for the first hour. So
yeah,
when you find a parking spot, yeah, you got and that's like really where I was really good. But I stopped parallel parking for a long time because I never needed to where I live now. So now I really don't know how to do it that well.
yeah.
That was
Yeah,
one of
well,
my tests when I got my commercial license, was I had to parallel park a big rig.
Oh, good.
Oh my
Lord.
God. I could
Yeah,
never do
scary.
that.
I'll flunk.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
I think the bigger that the car is, the easier it is to drive for me.
I'll parallel park a
I
regular
like
car
driving
any
in
day.
big high. I do. I like driving in big high cars. For me,
I'll be taking
Yeah.
my test. I'll be taking my test in it's a Grand Marquis, one of the big Grand Marquis. It's like a big like an old state highway patrol car.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Brian, you want to buy a truck. So yeah.
Well, I found, I like big vehicles, but I did find something I'm trying to get before somebody snatches up on my community post. I found a 2010 Mercedes SUV.
Mm-hmm.
It's one, and it's a little tiny. It looks like a Jeep Cherokee,
Uh-huh.
but it's got high miles on it, but it's $7,000, and I talked them down to 5,500. So if I can get that this weekend before somebody else jumps on it, that's what I'll be getting. It's on my community post.
Brian,
what I want.
you know,
Okay, I'll have to look at that.
they're expensive to repair, and
I know, but yeah, I mean, we have several Mercedes dealerships here, and I looked online. You know, you can always buy parts online. It's the parts that are expensive. The Mercedes dealer, yeah.
are you mechanically inclined for cars?
Are
I'm
you
financially inclined. I'm financially inclined to take it and get it fixed.
Okay.
But well, they're Mercedes. People say that Mercedes are hard to fix, but
Yeah.
they're not much different than any other car.
Well,
Really.
they're expensive if you go to dealers. They're expensive.
Yeah, if you go to dealers, we got so many shops around here that if I just buy the part online and take the part to them, I checked that out too. It's a
Okay, good.
nice looking vehicle.
I'll have to check out your community
Is it a
post.
truck? It's
What
not a
the?
truck. It's a
It's an SUV.
It's like a Jeep.
SUV.
It looks like a
Oh,
Jeep.
okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I love
Yeah,
my
and
Kia Soul. It's so
yeah, those
easy
are
and
kind of they're
personal.
kind of boxy, aren't they?
They
So
are boxy, but it's easy to park and it's a good car for me.
I'll probably go sometime next week to take my test and hopefully I get it the first time.
You
You
will.
can miss you can miss 4 times, and if you miss 4 times, they make you wait 6 months. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, and I had to pay a huge reinstatement fee. I had to pay insurance, full coverage insurance up 6 months, and then I had a old fine that I had to pay.
Mhm.
Oh, so altogether it's cost me about almost $1,000. But I
Wow.
have,
Well, you're making it happen. You're,
and I talked to Nicole about it, and she's okay with it. She's okay.
She's
At
not going
first,
to steal your car?
well, she said I'm not going to do that anymore. Blah blah blah. And I just kind of feel bad for her because she's not able to
Oh.
drive, and I know she wants to.
Hmm.
But I told her, I said, I'll take you out in parking lots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I can't do that
aw,
either. That encourages her. But
right.
the main thing was she would pester me all the time about taking her places, and she said, if you've been working, I'll try not to pester you so much. She's
Um,
okay with it. She wants us to
Jackpot
have it.
says they have a 40-foot fifth wheel. I can pull it on the highway, but sure couldn't park it.
Yeah,
Yeah, jackpot. That was not my most favorite time in my life for sure.
yeah. I better. I need to jump off of here though. But
Okay.
another reason, but look, I saw Ben was on your panel, and I was trying to figure out how to do this with the phone because I wanted to say something to Ben, but that's why he left. So
Uh-huh.
Are
I'm
you
just gonna
guys
leave it.
still not?
No, we're not bickering at all. But he got mad at me because I was fighting a little bit with that Steph girl. And he said,
Uh,
"Well, Brian, he said, Brian, I want to tell you something before I block you." He said, "You need to leave these ladies in this women the community alone." And then a week later, he was up there calling her a crack whore and a bitch and everything else. I just want to say, hey, Ben, you see how easy it is for them to get on your nerves, buddy?
Yeah.
But I'm not picking with Ben. He gets nothing but support from me. If that's the way he feels, that's fine.
He's got a good heart, Brian. I've been like sub to him forever. I was one of his
Yeah, I'm
old.
not mad at him. I'm not mad at him, but if you're going to tell somebody else they can't pick on the girls, then you can't a week later call one of them a
Yeah,
crack whore. That's
this
all
is
I'm
true.
saying. Like, wow, you ain't no better. But
This
it's
is
it's
true.
good. But her in particular, she can get on everybody's nerves. But I took all my videos down about Steph. I took all my videos down about anything that's got to do with Diane. I'm just not gonna let them irritate me. That's all. That's
Right.
their goal. So I'm
I'm
not gonna let them
I'm
irritate me.
Diane out. I'm sorry, I am. I'm Diane out. I am
who's
proud of Molly.
Diane?
Who's
I'm
that?
proud of
Who are you
Molly.
talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
who
who
are you
is that?
talking
Who
about?
is that?
But I am proud of what Marissa did with that fun. That it
Yeah,
was.
and
I don't know.
she's gonna keep doing that. And if I've got money, like she had it yesterday, but she had it the other day, and I couldn't put anything in. But and whenever she does that, I'm gonna donate, and we'll see if we can
Yep.
get up to 50, 100,000, and it'll
See,
just keep
that's
on
what I
going.
want to see. 50 grand. She'll do
Yeah,
it.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
she
God,
will.
she already she's got what, 23 now?
No,
And
30.
31.
31.
31.
All right, and that's just a few streams. We can get it to
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She did all that in about 7 hours, up to
Yeah.
31,000.
That
Unbelievable.
was
And see,
fantastic.
and that people want to take that away from her, I'm like, nobody can
I
take that
heard
away
another
from you.
creator. I heard another creator say, "Well, I'm sure going to check into that. I'm going to be sure that all that's straight." But this is someone that supported Diane, and I don't
I
understand when
heard
they do
that,
that.
Brian.
Yeah.
I
There's the proof is right there in the chat where it goes directly to St. Jude's and where all of us who have donated have gotten a receipt of our
right,
Exactly.
and
donation
she
The
to
yeah
minute
St.
you
Jude.
donated, you got the receipt. Yeah.
Yes.
Also,
Here's the difference.
yeah. Also,
Diane had no receipts whatsoever.
Well, why
well,
don't
she
one of them
called.
donate and then they'll find out that it does go directly to St. Jude's?
Yeah, Molly
Let them
called
figure it
them.
out.
Yeah, she called. If people would listen before they speak, the receipts have always been there.
All they could
Yeah,
do, I mean, if they really want to, they could call St. Jude and find out for themselves because donations is not a secret.
If Molly really had to prove anything, which she doesn't, I
She
don't
doesn't.
think,
I don't think
we
so at
could
all.
all send her the emails that we got directly after we donated, and she could make a video and just
And
bring it
people
up.
will
yeah.
still
I got
call
two
it. It
of.
doesn't
I got
matter.
two
People
of
will
them for
still call it a
$100.
scam.
So.
Yeah.
People will
And
still
then she
start
was
a
getting
scam.
huge. She was
Hey,
getting
Ems.
huge. Stellar put in $750 last week, and then
Yeah.
she had a
Wow.
$2,000.
Yeah.
She had $2,000 donations, one for $2,500. So
Yeah.
these people are putting in big money.
Yeah, they are.
So, and what Molly has done already surpasses what Diane did in 3 years.
Yeah.
And you know that's not true.
Yeah, and we know that she didn't give that money appropriated, where she allocated that money to her pocket.
So
But,
are we stupid? Like in Diane's mind, are we stupid because we're donating now?
Why do we care what Diane thinks?
No,
Well,
but
she
I mean,
told her
that's how she made it. You know,
I don't give a
her
fuck what she
narrative.
thinks. There's my
she
problem.
basically
I don't
she
care what a
basically told her
lying, stealing person thinks.
But she
basically
basically blamed the subs for everything.
she told the
Oh, well,
subs that they were stupid for not hitting the button
Yeah.
for donating directly. I was like, really?
That. I mean, someone who can't shut up and constantly is shaming other people who left, knowing what we know. What kind of a person is that? What type of a person does that? What
Well,
type of a person does that?
There's some very hateful individuals on here, and then when
There
you go
are.
back at them, they just become more hateful and make up lies, and they do what they tell you not to do, and so you know what? I'm just whatever,
It's
I took
all
off.
hypocrisy. It's all who can go lower,
It
who can do
does.
this.
Yeah.
I
It
don't want to
does.
play. I don't play that game. It's not a fun
I
game
need
to play.
yeah,
I refuse to play.
I need to be happier in my life, to where I don't feel the need to even be that nasty to somebody, and it's just ridiculous how these people are. Some of them, I'm not going to mention any names, but they must be miserable in their own lives to go from panel to panel to panel to panel to panel to panel, picking at people. And then when you pick at somebody and they respond to it, you try to make it look like it's that person that's got the problem, and it's just not that way.
No,
It's like, you know what, I'm better than this.
And it doesn't
Yeah,
take
you
Exactly,
are.
Brian.
Brian.
Exactly.
I'm glad you took some of those videos down, Brian. To be honest,
I took them
it's
down,
tough.
and here's the thing: if I don't respond to them, a select few, if I don't respond to them, they'll have no choice but to turn on each other. Then now they might go on, they might go on about me for another week or so. But if I'm not responding to them, it's no fun for them,
No.
No.
and it's just like feed them, and
They
soon they'll turn on
implode.
each other.
Yeah.
Soon
They'll
they'll turn
find
on,
someone else.
I've been saying
Yeah.
this for 2 years.
and then you got one in particular. I'm not going to mention her name. That's just an out and out liar who can't hear. She just can't hear. She don't hear what somebody says. She just doesn't hear. She just can't hear. And I can spend the rest of my YouTube days proving her wrong. But
Mhm.
why?
So,
Why?
Brian, are you saying you're going to stop responding or making
I'm
videos?
saying that I'm making an honest effort to stop responding to people who can't accept constructive criticism. If you can't accept a constructive criticism and you want to come back, like sometimes, like if Carla did something that was questionable, I could say, hey, Carla, maybe you wouldn't have wanted to do that. Maybe you look at it this way. And she might say, yeah, you're right. Or she might debate it with me in a respectful manner and we can agree to disagree. Carla's not going to put up videos of me, put pictures. So if I can't deal with people on an adult level, I'm not going back to middle school. I'm not going back to preschool.
Did you read what Tawanda said, Brian? She said, I stopped watching all of them. It has been the most peaceful it's been on YouTube. And it's true.
Tawanda.
If you
If
stop
you stop
watching
watching
them,
the
you
hate
don't
stuff,
know. They're preaching to the choir.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Whatever
the
they're
thing.
saying about you is like going out the window. Hi, Pixie Dust. You know what I mean? Like it's falling on deaf ears. it's falling on their ears, but it's not falling on your ears. You know what
And
I mean?
I do have issues with Wendy, and I haven't been too insultive to her, but it's like every time she goes live, she contradicts herself, and that's hard for me. She can actually Wendy by herself, she can handle a one-on-one civil debate where you don't agree with each other. It's just when the other ones get around. Wendy finally made the comment. She said, "Well, maybe we'll start talking about his son." Okay, go ahead and do that.
Oh,
And
gosh.
and that's fine for people. If here's my consensus on that. When people get to arguing with me and they have nothing left, that's what they'll start on. They'll go with what my son did. So what I'll do is, if Wendy gives me her address, I'll send her a shovel so she can go ahead and dig up a deceased child to exact revenge on me if that's what she
Oh,
wants to do.
Brian, don't say that.
Don't go there. Yeah.
Well, because that's what they're doing. But that's what they're doing. See, Wendy never had issues with what my son did until now. And if you want to use the death of this child to exact revenge on me, then I'll send you a shovel if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because that's just ridiculous.
But
I
they've
didn't have
been
any.
doing that to you for years. Like they've been using your son as a weapon against you for years, and you just need to not
Well,
watch.
it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me because look, he's 25, 26 years old now. He'll be 26 soon. You can look up where he's at, and if you got something to say to him about what he did, then mail him. Because I didn't do anything, and I didn't encourage him to do anything.
Well, that's
But,
you
I
didn't do that.
No, and I didn't want it to happen either. And none of those
But at
do,
the
Brady.
same time, I mean, as a parent, it must be hard in prison, and
Sure.
there's no empathy whatsoever to how
Well,
you must feel about.
I tell you, Miss Behaven, it's hard having him in there, but it's easier on me because I know he deserves to be there. I know that what he did warrants his. I don't feel, oh my gosh, it's so bad that he's in there. I don't feel it that way. Because I've accepted that he deserves that. That's what he
But
gets.
you still love him. You still love him.
He's still
I still
your
love
son.
him.
Nothing stops
Sure.
a parent's love, though. There's the difference.
No. If anything that your child does, can cause you to stop loving them, you should never be a parent. Yeah, sure. I love him, but I don't let him
But you
tell
didn't
me.
like what he did.
I absolutely hate what he did.
Right.
And when he stopped that whole "I'm innocent" crap with me about 3 years ago because I told him, I said, I don't want to hear that anymore. I said, I know that you did it, and we got in a big argument while we were visiting, and he was playing that "I don't deserve to be here" stuff. And I told him, I said, I don't want to hear that crap no more. You deserve to be here. My other kids got mad at me for it. And I said, I'm tired of hearing it. We know that he did what he was trying to get me to be quiet because there's other people sitting around. We know he did what he did, and he deserves to be here. And I ended that with, do you want me to come in here with the Justice for Braden shirt on? Period. Because so now he doesn't play that with me. Because I know he did what he did, and he deserves to be there. He deserves it. And am I going to try to? They wanted to go and pay. The family wanted to raise $60,000-$70,000 for appeals and stuff like that, and I said no. I'm not taking any part of that. No, I don't want to red tape him out there. But I still love him, and we still take care of him, and we try to feed him good in there and write to him and go see him
He's
whenever
still
we
your
can.
son.
Absolutely. And there's people out there. There's people out there who have children who've made mistakes, or they've slipped into some kind of drug addiction or some kind of weird stuff. And it's not the parents' fault. Hey, imagine that! Did you hear that?
What?
Did you hear that motion detector at your front door?
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that on your video last night. So can you see from your phone who's at your door?
If I press that, that's probably just Nicole leaving. That's probably just, or sometimes the wind blows and it'll make it go off. But yeah, I could log into it and check it and talk to it. We got one in the back now too. I got one for the back too. So.
Oh,
I'm
that's
glad
cool.
you have them, Brian.
Yeah, I like that. Somebody special sent me that to make sure we were good.
That's good.
Yeah, I better jump off here because I've been slacking. So I got to get to work.
Brian. Thanks
Bye,
for
Brian.
coming up.
And now that I know it's a little bit easier to pop on with the phone, maybe because I could pop on around 9 o'clock and say hi and then jump off and get a
Okay,
short break. All
that'd
right,
be
I
cool.
love you guys. I love
Okay,
you
Bye,
guys.
love
I'll
you
talk to
Brian.
too,
you later.
Brian.
Have
You
a
take
good day at
Bye.
care.
work.
Bye.
Let me see how to log off of it.
Mhm.
I have to learn how to do that. Like it's different from the phone when you go on.
It's different. I mean, I
Yeah,
know, obviously I know how to do it because I'm sitting outside on my phone. So,
yeah. When I had to mute when Ben came up, that was my granddaughter called me. She wanted to tell me she loved me.
Oh my
Oh my
oh,
goodness.
God. She goes, I love you, Grandma.
I get my little girl this morning.
Oh,
yay.
Yeah,
Some sense of normalcy is coming.
yeah.
I know.
Like I said, like this summer when my grandchildren are here, you're not going to see me go live. We're going to be busy doing stuff with them.
And
That's
literally,
silly.
if you want me to, to keep this going, I can do that for you on
Yeah,
days
and
that I can't.
if
But
you're
it's
going to
not going to
be,
be, I can't do it a lot either because my
yeah,
girls will have swimming and things like
right,
that.
right. But when my grandchildren are here, they're out and they're all over the place, and there's no
Yeah,
way I want
you gotta
anybody
watch them.
seeing them. You know what I mean? Especially the freaks on YouTube. So, you don't. Well, you just don't know who's
You
watching.
don't, right. It's always, you don't know who's
Yeah,
watching.
yeah, and they're young, so.
Ugh.
Great listening to you all. Great talk. I have to go shower. I have an appointment soon. Yeah, me too. I have an appointment at 11 o'clock with my therapist today, so
Oh,
I can't stay
good.
on too long. Yeah,
Hi, Jackpot.
Hi,
I like
everybody.
Jackpot.
So many good people here.
There
I'm, I'm,
is there is good people in here,
I'm just
to be
sitting in
honest
my
with you.
patio.
And that's the thing with Brian. He needs to stay out of those chats where they're talking about him because what you don't know don't hurt you. It really doesn't. It doesn't.
It doesn't, but people feel the need to defend themselves 24/7 on here. And it's why? Why do you care what people think about you? I mean, when you go and you spread lies and everyone believes the lies, it's one thing. But another, it's, I just don't want to fight with people. I
But
don't.
It's a
you're
vicious
defending
cycle.
yourself.
It's not fun to me.
Are you going to defend yourself to people who have already made up their mind about you, think that you're a piece of crap because of what
I
they
have
heard on
no,
someone else? You
I
know,
have nothing to prove to anybody on this
exactly,
platform at all. I
exactly.
don't really know most of you. I know
Yeah.
a good handful of you, and the ones
Mhm.
I know and who have my phone number or who have contact with me, they know that they're people that I can trust.
Right. And that's good. Like, yeah. And everybody says this on here, keep your circle small. Like, keep your circle small. It doesn't mean that you can't be friends with everybody. I love everybody that comes in here. Seriously, people that come in here, I
It's just be
like
careful who you confide in.
exactly. You have to be careful.
You just got to
That's
make
all.
sure that person doesn't have an ulterior motive to use it against you at a different
Mhm.
time. That's all.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
I
And it
mean,
happens.
we see it happen all the time. Come on, let's be honest here.
Oh my
We've
God.
seen so much great craziness happen all the time,
Yeah.
and it makes me, and like a lot of my friends are, why do you still do it? Because there is a lot of good people still in there.
A lot of good people.
A lot of good people, and honestly, a lot of us have no idea how we ended here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how
By
did we end up
accident.
in this community? Like, but we followed Marissa, this, that, and we all kind of broke into little groups, but we've all kind of stayed around each other for a few years.
Hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but there's just some people who have entered this community that are just looking to be mean and horrible and are using this platform to be mean and horrible to whomever because this is their way of getting away with it under a different name on YouTube, that they can bully people without people getting in their face.
How can you feel good though? Like me, when I get off my live stream, on a whole, when I get off my live stream in the morning, I do feel good because of the people that come in
Yeah,
here. I don't
I
care.
want to feel good.
And I don't care if it's 5 people or if it's 55 people. You know what I mean? Like it's the people that come in here, talk,
Mm-hmm,
interact, they're
mm-hmm.
good people. And, you know, and I love that. I love that about the people in here. So give yourselves a pat on the back.
I totally agree. I mean, and that's like I said, the good outweighs the bad. And
It
that's how I
does.
feel.
I've always said that too. Like,
But when the bad hits, the bad is bad.
yeah, sometimes it's hard. I mean, I won't lie. Sometimes it's really hard if you hear your name like being tossed around and
That's why I always tell people, just don't listen to it.
yeah,
Or if someone goes, hey, somebody's talking about you, do you not want to know what they're saying? No, I don't care. Why?
yeah,
Because that's just rallied you up to get more mad. So
right.
the answer to that question is no.
Yeah,
There's no
but
need
it
to hear
happens.
what somebody else thinks of you, and they don't have two
Yeah,
brain cells to rub
and
together.
that's the famous saying. What you think about me is none of my business.
Mm-hmm.
It's none of my business. I know what kind of person I am, so that's it.
And that's it. You know what kind of person you are, I know what kind of person I am.
Hmm.
This behavior knows who she is,
Hmm.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's for me. That's why I don't care what
And
people say.
you really have nothing to prove. And the people that are close to you know who you are. So
Yeah.
you're not having to prove anything to them. Seriously. Like it's just, and people on here that, do those panels and
Like
I don't
I just posted
know. Hi, Tommy Brown.
today's one of my best friend's birthdays. Someone who I talk about a lot on this platform. And I went real quickly after I was talking to you this morning, Carla, and I made her a little video. And I actually posted it up because I
I have
love
to
her to
check
death
that out.
dearly. It's just pictures of her. I just wanted to send her a gift. I just put my videos up, so if
Oh,
somebody
your
wants to see
friend's
it, I might
birthday.
as well
That's
get the
right.
view. Huh?
Your friend's birthday.
Yeah, today's her birthday. Today's her
Oh,
birthday.
happy birthday. What's your name?
Tina.
Happy birthday, Tina.
Tina. Yeah. Yeah, but she's got a new beau, so I'm happy for her for that. She's dating since she called off of her wedding that I spent $100 on the
I
dress, which I'm never going back.
remember that. You were going to lose all this weight for the wedding or the.
I did. And
Oh, yeah, you did lose all that weight and more.
I wound up losing it and more.
Why did she call off the wedding? What was the problem? Like,
Well,
she just like,
he was an honest to God man child. That's why. He was
oh,
such a
okay.
man child. And I
Oh,
don't
Is
like
this the
using that
one
word.
that rides a unicycle still?
Nope.
Oh
On the
my
dock at the
goodness.
marina.
another one.
He's a little odd there. He's a little odd. Maybe. And I said, oh, Tina, maybe that's why he's 45 and never been married. Just saying.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
And like, he's still kind of like weirdly stalking her, but like, he's not bothering her per se, but it's driving her nuts. And I'm like, you got to stop. But I feel like she's kind of instigating as well. I'm like, don't instigate. She's like, well, I'm not trying. He just has a boat down there. I'm like, but are you making yourself known? Are you being loud so he can hear you? Like, what are you doing? And
Wow.
she's like, no. And, and she likes boats, man. She does like boats. I'll give her that. She likes people who have boats and she likes being on boats all the
I'm
time.
glad I don't have to date anymore. Seriously, I don't know
Oh,
if I could go back to that dating thing. Like after this
Right?
husband,
it's,
I'm done. There's no dating. There's no like. I don't really want to even talk about that. That's how my
it's not.
mother was too.
Ah,
She lost
get
my
away from
dad.
me. Don't you dare, Gypsy. Don't.
After my mom lost my dad, she goes, "I'll never marry again." They were like each other's soulmate.
I know
Yeah.
people who, and I agree. Like I had a friend whose father died at a very young age, and he was in his 50s, and yeah, her mom never really dated again because she's just like, it's not worth it. I think she like went out on dates and stuff, but she never met anybody that came close to her husband.
Yeah, I don't. I I can't see me being with anyone else but my husband. I really can't. Seriously. I
I
hope
hear
we
you.
got
Me
we go.
either.
You find that because I was married before. This is my second husband, and you find somebody that is your best friend, the person that you do, and that's it.
And the
That's
funny
you.
thing
You
is
don't
like
want any.
I
You
met
know,
I met my husband on Match.com.
I
Okay,
remember
so
that.
back in the day, that was kind of like weird to do, like when it first started, and then people
Hmm.
started gravitating to it, and now everybody does it. Everybody does it because it's
That's how
just
I met my hubby on eHarmony.
oh, see, eHarmony was like a freaking book questionnaire you had to figure out.
Oh
Like,
my God, the
no.
rigmarole you have to go through. But I mean it worked for me.
Yeah,
So
it
I
did.
think
And
it's romantic.
we know a couple people who met on eHarmony.
yeah.
I met my husband. I was a bartender and he came in and I had to cut him off.
Yeah.
I had
That's funny.
because bartenders, it's you think somebody's because you can get charged. You can get charged.
Oh,
You
I
can
know.
like
Yep, I
over
know.
over serve somebody. So I had to cut him off and he asked me out on a date and I'm like, I don't know if I want to go out with this guy. But I went out with him and he was completely fine. He was a perfect gentleman. And that was it. After that first date, we were never apart after
That's
that.
how it was with me and my husband. After our
Yeah,
first date, we
we were,
just weren't
yeah,
apart.
we were
Yeah.
together.
And we lived an hour away, so that was very difficult.
I guess, yeah. He must have really had the hots for you.
we both did. We both did. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I literally, and I said to the girls, I never thought I was going to get married. I really didn't. I didn't see it happening for me. And I didn't see kids happening for me.
Your
And boy,
husband
did
is
that change.
really, your husband is really handsome. He's a
Hey,
really good looking guy. Yeah,
huh, I don't know.
I
Missing him,
think
I guess.
so. I think so.
He dresses up nice. Yes. I'll give him that.
He cleans up good. Yeah.
He
Oh,
does.
you saw something in him. I don't
I
know what
love
I
that
saw.
anniversary gift you got, Ginger Lock. So beautiful.
Oh yeah, that plaque. That's
Yeah.
The cube
beautiful.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was nice. That really, I have it up on my mantle on my fireplace.
Yeah, I
That
think
was
it's
beautiful.
gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you. You know,
Did he
as
give
we all
you
do.
that?
He gave me that for my anniversary. Yes.
Yeah, very thoughtful. Yeah, you got a good man. That was very thoughtful.
Normally, his gifts are not that thoughtful. So believe it or not, sometimes he's always going down the
I
cash
think you
register
have
getting
a good
something.
man too, Misbehaving. A really good
He's
man.
really
I
nice.
do. I do.
He's
He's a
like
good
sweet.
guy.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, we are all lucky, to be honest with you. My
Yeah.
husband,
Absolutely.
if I'm like really upset, my husband will do anything he can to not see me cry, to hug me, and that means a lot when you have a man like that. You know what I mean?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It does. It helps to get along. It
Hmm.
helps when you can actually argue, but argue and then be fine 10 minutes later.
Yes, exactly.
And
I mean,
sometimes you have to learn how to fight. And sometimes
I
that's
have to
hard to
say,
do.
he does piss me off sometimes. I mean,
Oh,
it's
of
not
course they
all
do.
bed
They're
of
the best at
roses.
doing it.
Like every
Absolutely.
once in a while, I'll get really pissed off at him, but I'll think to myself, is it worth being mad at him when he's good at this and this and this and that, he's good for you. So, the little things should not piss you off.
No,
Because then I go back to what situation I was in like before,
and
it
see, and that's the thing. You knew what you didn't want, and you went after what you wanted and what you were looking for. And you knew if you were going to have a guy who showed any of those characteristics, that guy was going to be out.
Hey, Texas girl, how are you, sweetheart?
Hey.
Oh my God. I love these people in here. I seriously,
Oh,
I
so you
do.
know the story that we've been talking about, and misbehaving. I'm telling you this only because you weren't a part of the. Me and Carla were talking this morning, and I was telling her that I had found a guy who last night after we were like in chats and stuff like that, I went and watched this guy, and this guy. I really liked him, and every like he would say it's called, what is it? Stop the Madness
Stop the
News.
madness.
Stop
Yeah.
the crime news or whatever.
Yeah.
I literally, anything that when he says something that's so crazy, just goes madness, madness,
Yeah.
and
He
I
was,
love him. Yeah, he's good. He's
yeah,
really
he was talking about
good. I
that
was like, I don't want to go to bed. I want to finish watching this video.
Yeah, he was talking about that story. He was like, madness,
Madness.
madness.
But that's what he does to all his stuff. And like I said, there's another story that came out of New York. That story, believe it or not, is I don't think way worse, but it is worse than what happened with Cash.
Oh,
Yeah, and
these
that's
stories.
I don't even want to touch that one. I touched this one and I didn't want to touch this one, but it's everywhere.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice. especially if you're on YouTube. But if there's videos like that, I don't want to see them. I
Yeah.
don't want to see them.
Stories about kids are really hard. I
It
mean,
is.
it's hard enough, like murder story, like what happened with Chris Watts, like that whole story. But oh, yeah. I just
The
like
worst one
shaking
for
it. Like,
me, I don't know if you guys heard about it, but the worst one for me was, did you hear about that woman that left her newborn in a baby swing for I don't know how many days, didn't change its diaper, didn't feed it.
No.
oh, I never heard it.
Oh my God.
Literally, when the baby passed away and when law enforcement got there, maggots were literally
Oh,
out of its diaper. It was it is the worst. Like it still disturbs me. Like it'll pop in my head. And it's one of those stories I wish I
You
would have
didn't
never
come
heard.
across, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I
I
think
can
this New York
imagine.
story is.
Can you imagine being a police officer? Because I read a story or saw a story on Facebook years ago, a couple years ago, about this baby called Brianna, and she was so abused. She was thrown up in the air, and the uncle would just let her fall on the ground.
Jesus.
They said full-grown police officers were crying that this
Sure.
child
Yeah,
had
same
not
with this guy.
one part on her body that did not have a bruise. There was not a picture of her. So what they did was they took the autopsy picture because they figured that every person, every child should have a picture. And they cleaned up the picture, took all the bruises away. She had bite marks on her. It's still a story that I will think about, like you misbehaving, and it bothers me. That story was Brianna Lopez. That was her name, and she was born on Valentine's Day, and she died 5 months later. And oh my
Man.
God, she was
Well, I
raped.
mean, I saw, I think I told you this, that I saw something like in person when I was in high school. And to this day, I still cannot get that image out of my head of watching a family of 3 die in a car that was burning and
Right.
nobody could get to that stuck in my head. That's not something I can unsee.
Right.
I really try to avoid that shit that does disturb me that much, because it's I'm now what, 46,
Sorry,
and I'm
Bailey.
still seeing that image as if it was yesterday, like that clear, and I don't like that.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to wrap your head around a parent able to do something like that to their children,
I can't
just
I can't, because I would die for my kids. How can
yes,
people do this
exactly.
to their children? I don't get it. Like that, I don't understand it.
I
would
used to
totally
get
die for my
upset if
kids.
they skinned their knee, like, you know what I mean? Or skinned their elbow.
Or
Or
skin their
even if their
face.
feelings get hurt, I mean,
Yeah.
it makes my heart ache.
My
Yeah.
daughter used to like her, her feelings would get hurt real easy and her little chin would
Quiver.
shake. Oh yeah,
I
she would
know.
quiver, and oh my God.
Oh, I know. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Especially when they're hurt by another child and they don't understand, like when
Their
it
Yes.
feelings
basically
are
has to
hurt.
do with social things and they just don't get it
Yes.
yet.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, ladies, I'm going to jump
Yeah,
off.
I'm gonna have to pop off too because I have a therapist appointment at 11.
Yeah,
So
it's 9:30.
yeah.
Love you, lady.
I'm doing the remote thing, so it's not like I have to go anywhere.
Oh, well, that's not bad then.
Yeah, but I don't like to look, because we do it video, and I don't like to look like crap when I do it.
Well, it's funny because on Monday I'm supposed to be meeting with my daughter's counselor at school, because she's moving on to high school, and I'm going to meet a lot of her teachers now. And they're like talking, and I thought I had to go to the school. And Grace is like, "No, Mom, it's over Zoom." I'm like, "Well, crap. If I knew it was over Zoom, the first appointment would have been fine. It was all because of Alexa that I couldn't do it." And
Aw.
no.
Hi, grandmas.
Hi, Diana.
Hi, Diana.
I love her. She's such a.
How could you not? She's beyond sweet.
Oh, if you ever go to her town, oh God, that woman, 63 years old, jogs 5 miles every
Looks not.
morning.
She
Like,
does not.
look,
She doesn't.
no, looks like she's about 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she does like really inspirational like videos.
I've caught a
Good
few
for
of her
you.
videos. Yeah, they're very positive.
Yeah, they are.
Especially if
She's
you're having
always
a down
positive.
day, go watch her because
Yeah.
that's the best way of doing
I
it.
go on her panel a lot. I do. I have
Oh.
been on her panel.
Everyone needs to go to Stellar's channel and check out his
Absolutely.
latest video.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
put
a
the
good
pin right
video.
now.
I really like Stellar.
Yeah, Stellar is great. I don't think he's boring.
Who said he
No.
was blind?
Some people say, "Oh,
He
he's so
wouldn't
boring."
be able
I
to
don't know.
read the comments on his computer if he was.
No, he makes a lot of sense. If you listen to him, he makes a lot of sense.
It was a very timely message for me, and I really appreciated it. Just to wrap your head around.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone go check out it. It's a two-part.
Yeah, there's part one,
Yeah.
and part two. Hi, Mr. J. We're just getting ready to sign off. Sorry about
Oh, Bailey Vexed. I'm going to check that out right now as soon as I hang up.
Bailey.
Pole dance. Oh my God. Yes, we do need to do that.
And if you want to see
I
my
love
best friend Tita, I can understand if you don't, but it's up there, but there's nothing there's nothing to show. It's just my friend.
I love
only
you,
threw her up
Bailey.
there.
Bailey's a sweetheart. She really
know.
is.
Everybody, Mr. J. Good morning, Mr. J.
I know everybody that comes in here in the morning. And I don't care if there's 5 people in the morning. They all interact, and they're all good people.
Mm-hmm.
I get I've very few.
Carla, I think I'm more comfortable with your panel than I am on my own. Truly.
Well, I've been on your panel.
Yeah. For me, I feel like it's a production, and you do it, you put the stuff out, and this and that, and you're controlling things.
I'm so used to it now. It's like the people, like even Diana will say, "Well, what do you talk about? What are you going to talk?" I never know what I'm going to talk about.
I will at least have 3 different bullet points. I can't just go with nothing, or I will just I'll go blank. As you see, I go blank a lot. Where I'm like talking, I'm like, what was I talking about again?
It happens to me too. I go blank sometimes.
All the time. No, see.
And then I'll read the chat, and someone will say something, and I'll hit something in my brain, and they'll like.
Well, it's because of the medical marijuana. Honest to God, I know that your short-term memory goes for shit. If I stopped it today, per se, and waited like a month, it would all be fine.
It could be because of your pain level too, Ginger Locks.
And I've been at a high pain level for the past few days. So
yes,
today is a better day. Thankfully, these steroids are working. The shots are working. But my hip is still giving me a problem. That's my only issue.
One day we're going to get you all fixed up, Ginger Locks.
I don't know about that. Like, I'm not convinced that that's going to happen. I don't believe that's ever going. Honest to God, I don't believe that's ever going to happen. And I'm not trying. I'm not.
Believe.
But I'm not negative. It's because the things that I have, there are no cure for. So I need to know that this is something that I got to figure out how to live with my whole life, whether I want to or not. You got to kind of mourn the person you were and accept the person that you are now. Whether you and see, to my husband, I'm like, I'm sorry, this gastroparesis shit, I cannot wrap my head around it. I'm still having problems with it, and I can't just willingly accept this right now.
I get that, Ginger Locks. I totally get that. But hopefully they can get you on the right cocktail of medications that gives you as much of your life back as you can get. Because that makes all the difference in the world too.
Yeah, it does. And there are days that I'm just so mad because the quality of life sucks. But then there are days that I feel so good. And it's like, is there anything wrong with me? Because I feel so good. But by the end of the day, I'm like, oh yeah, there's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
Diana says adaptation is for things we cannot change and having a great life anyhow. You are so right, Ginger Locks. Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard. And because this is a newer disease for me, and I had learned to accept my ankylosing, this gastroparesis shit, it's much newer. It's a lot more vicious than I ever thought it was, and it sucks. It
Yeah.
sucks, and I am not going to pretend that I'm okay with this disease, because I'm not. I'm not
Well,
okay
you're
with this
so
disease.
young too, Gingerlocks. I'm a little bit older than you.
Which frightens me even more.
Right. And that's what I was going to say is like, I say to myself all the time, it's like, I'm too young for this shit. I never in a million years thought that
People in the
I would
hospital say it
have,
to me all the time. All the
yeah,
time. You're too
yeah,
young for all of this stuff.
yeah,
Don't you
yeah.
think? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
either you
almost
get
like a
doctors who
process
believe you.
where like I will never accept, you just have to learn how to do things differently. And and I will say, getting the right doctors that are going to truly help you
Is
and
the
work with
key.
you to get on the right
Yeah,
medications that give you
absolutely.
as much quality of life as you can have is everything. It's everything.
Whose dog was that?
That's Lola. It's telling me that she's
She
like
sounded big. She
no,
sounded huge.
she's sitting on the
Just the
chair
way she
next to me, talking to me like, "Hello, I'm over here."
Get off the phone, mommy. I'm here.
I know. She's like a 2-year-old kid.
Oh my
Acts up when you
gosh.
get on the phone or something.
I
Wait,
remember
wait
you
till you're
saying to
14.
her,
They do it just as bad.
Yeah.
I can remember you saying, "You're so rude, Lola. You're
Oh,
so
she's
rude."
so
Always
naughty.
Oh,
interrupting
So
me.
naughty.
my dog's a grump. My dog is a bitch. I mean, in every sense of the word, she's a bitch, and she can get,
Literally and figuratively.
yes, yeah, both of them. Yep. And she tends to protect the house, and she is not vicious, but she sounds vicious when she barks sometimes, and
She
then she'll
does.
start, and she'll roar, roar, but that's more of a playful thing in her. She does that when she plays.
No, Lola.
So I don't know what that is, but we have to keep our front door shut because a lot of the kids play in the front yard, and when they play out there, she will do that constantly, and it's like we have to shut the door so she can't see, because she will be at there all day. And see, you guys been on here where you've heard my dog many times bark,
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
and it's scary as all get out because she screams. She doesn't bark.
Yeah.
She screams, and she scares the living shit out of us all the time. Damn it, Gypsy. Damn it. If it
Oh
wasn't
my
for the fact
gosh.
that she didn't scream, it would be much easier.
Right. Well, ladies, I have to hop down. I have
Yes,
to go to
ladies.
my appointment.
I
love
gotta go
you.
recharge my phone.
Thank you
Oh
for
my
coming
gosh.
up. I really appreciate it. And
No
I'm
problem.
thank you, Ben, for coming up, Brian. I appreciate you guys coming up. Thank you guys for coming in. I love you all. Have a great weekend. I hope you guys
Happy
all
weekend.
yes, happy weekend, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. I'll talk to you guys later. Probably I'm not going to go live on the weekend. I'm going to take the weekend off. So you guys take care and know that I love you all. Bye.